Hey everybody, it's time for another Quinn-tervention. That's right, it's time to tell somebody that they need to stop. And you know who needs to stop today? Disney. I love Disney. I'm going to admit it. I've been to Disneyland. I've probably worn the little ears. I've loved so many of their films over the years. But we've hit that point where it's time to sit them down and say, hey, are you okay? And that point is The Lion King. And I'm not talking about The Lion King from the 90s. No, I'm talking about Lion King 2019, directed by Jon Favreau, who is a great director. And I feel sorry for him here because he is a really good director. He's an exceptional director. You look at Chef, you look at Iron Man, you look at those kind of films. Here is a guy who knows how to make a film and tell a really great story. And here is a guy who knows how to tell a great story. Unfortunately, it's already been told, and it was told by another director in the 90s, and now he's telling exactly the same story using the same music, using the same lines, using the same shots. There is no point to this film existing. Yes, there is a point, and the point is that there's an entirely new generation who's going to come through and they're going to watch this film and they're going to get something out of it. And the moment where you see the animals coming together at the beginning of the film is spectacular and stunning, but it's been done before, and it's been done precisely the same way, shot for shot. So why are we doing it? And I think there's a moment in the film that is probably indicative of the whole thing, of the problem of it all. There is a joke that is made about the old film in the new film. And it's the Pumbaa having a problem with people not wanting to be around him because he smells. In the original, he says, I got downhearted every time that and is stopped. In this one, the character, and I got downhearted every time that I farted, why isn't anyone going to stop me? They're referencing an old film to make an old gag, but then they make a new gag about the old gag, and then they finish it up with a wet fart. And that's kind of the film as a whole. It's a new film about an old film, no, new film, old film, but it's kind of the same thing, and it's a bit of a wet fart. And I don't want to crap on it because it's beautifully made. There are moments that it looks like a nature documentary. I can imagine David Attenborough narrating over the top of it. But then the animals will turn and they'll talk at each other and then they'll sing. And that's weird because it's photoreal and it's perfect, but then they're emoting, and that's strange. I'm sure that there is a generation who will watch this and never have seen the original, and that's cool. They're going to have a ball with it, but never show them the original, because then they're going to go, well, what's the point? Why did we make that film in the past? Because we've got this perfectly acceptable and, as my friend says, cromulent film that is fine. There is no point to it, and I say to you, Disney, it's time to maybe have a bit of a think about yourself. You can keep remaking your old films. You can keep digging into that nostalgia well. But if you're not giving us anything new to pull out of that nostalgia well, then you're going to run it dry really soon. And fairly soon, you're not going to have anything to look back to. You're going to have dug out your entire back catalogue, and suddenly, what are you remaking? What's your next story? There isn't one.